Hello, you absolute awesome person, you. Welcome back to A Day That Changed Everything. Over this 3 weeks, I am sharing the 15 videos from my video seminar, A Day That Changed Everything, because this content will help you to realize how much you have to offer, how valuable you are, even if someone else doesn't see it. Now, last week I shared the first 5. We're in the second week now. You're enjoying this while I'm on a beach, enjoying my first southern vacation. So, yay! But what I wanted to point out today is having healthy self-confidence and self-esteem is so much more than just what you've been taught. It's how you look at things. And today I'm going to teach you a really valuable lesson, how you can change how you look at things to help you to feel better about yourself and your future. So let's talk about it.
Hello, you absolutely amazing human being, you! My name is Sandy Boucher. Mishko Pognon Quain Adishnakas Mangdore. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan and a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Northern Ontario, and I am thrilled to be going on this journey with you through the video course that I have called A Day That Changed Everything. And truth be told, long before the pandemic, we've all experienced those days that changed our course for the rest of our journey, whether it was taking that job that changed everything, the day we graduated with a degree that opened the door to possibilities, or the day we lost a loved one. There are so many days that change everything, but they don't have to be for the negative, and that's what this course is all about. Now, before I say anything else, this is video number 7, and you're watching it. Like, I know you're going to minimize that, and I know you think it's no big deal, but it is a huge deal. If you keep doing this, you keep approaching life the way you are approaching these videos, if you keep taking responsibility for your own journey, if you keep learning new skills, if you keep investing time in yourself, if you take part in lifelong learning, you are going to achieve that crazy dream that I hope you have. I hope you are envisioning the beautiful home you'll live in one day, the amazing family you might have one day if that's part of your dream, that fantastic life where you're not counting pennies. Kudos to you. Kudos for sticking this out. Kudos for investing in you, because that's exactly why I made this course. I believe in you. And the fact that you're still here tells me that somewhere deep inside, you believe in you too. And that makes my heart sing. Now, we've done many, many things to get to this point. In the beginning, I introduced you to the 4 thank yous. The thank you to Creator, God, higher power, for bringing us to this stage of our lives. To all of the people that help us take this course, whether it's our internet providers or the people that made our phones or our laptops. To those that came before, the people that helped us get to this age and stage of life. And of course to you, as I said, for putting in the time and the effort and the patience and the interest in becoming the best human being you can be. That is amazing. Now, next, I taught you about my mom's and dad's base teachings, the teachings I was raised with. The fact that Creator did not put you here to suffer. He did not put you here to fail. And if you're struggling, it's a result of the choices you're making. And you can make different choices, like watching this video and learning how to change your life. Oh, isn't it amazing how that works? And how no one is going to save you. There is no dude on a white horse that's going to show up and fix this, but we have the power and the strength to pull ourselves up and fix it ourselves. And most importantly, that we deserve more than poverty and unhappiness. That is not our culture. If you're Anishinaabe or Indigenous from any one of the amazing nations, poverty is not our culture. It's just the environment we've lived in for far too long. So please keep that in mind. And then we have my dad's base teaching. You can be whatever you want to be, if and only if you're willing to work hard enough to get it. And of course, I've changed it to if and only if you do work hard enough to get it, because being willing is not enough. Then we talked about puzzle pieces, my amazing metaphor that I totally got from my mom, and all how we are an essential puzzle piece in our family, in our communities, in our country, in this world, and how each and every one of us are made up of puzzle pieces. Everything we have seen, heard, experienced, been taught. But that as empowered adults, we get to choose what puzzle pieces should stay, the ones that are going to help us achieve that crazy dream, and ones that just don't fit in our puzzle anymore. And of course, my favorite one, then I taught you, you were awesome, that you're an amazing warrior embarking on a journey specific to you and only you, one that would motivate you and empower you to be everything you're meant to be. And last video, we looked at your night sky and all those challenges that maybe in the past you used as excuses, or you even told yourself that's why you can't succeed. No, those are medals on your chest or stars in your sky. They are proving just how much you have overcome and that you have the wisdom and the strength to continue on to achieve those crazy dreams. That's how much we've done so far. And we're only on video 7. Like, wow. Okay, so before we go on, you know I'm going to ask the question, how are you? I hope you just screamed awesome at the screen. Your spirit needs to hear that absolutely as often as you can. If you didn't, back it up and do it. Scream it out. Get your kids to scream it out. Get your partner to scream it out. If they think you're crazy, that's okay. But make sure if they say you're crazy, then you better say you're awesome again, because you got to counteract that. Your spirit just heard what they said. Now your spirit needs to hear you say that you're awesome. Now, when you first signed up for this course, I don't know if you noticed, but on the poster, I mentioned the Mecca Life Strategy. I personally love acronyms because, you know, every letter means something and it reminds you of the teachings that guide you and keep you on the right path. The reality is all the stuff we've learned so far is the M, the mental awareness. You need to know what you're thinking, what's going on in your life. What are you saying that spirit is hearing? If you stay on top of your mental awareness, you are on the right path. But now we got to start talking about the E, and that's environmental awareness. You need to know what's going on in your world so that you can see how it affects you, and you can change that if you're not liking the way it's going. So that's going to be our focus from now on, being aware of what the world is putting in your tea, putting in your puzzle, and you consciously deciding if you're going to keep it there. Now, as the quote says, and I know you've heard this quote, life is not about what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. My mom would call it flipping the coin. That there's the heads and the tails of the coin, right? The positive and negative, the side you want and the side you don't. The reality is every single thing that happens has two sides. And you can choose what side to go forward with. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Like, I have 2 examples that I just need to share with you. First and foremost, if you've never read this book, you need to read this book. This is a man that has come to understand and embrace that he can choose to find a reason to be happy. He can choose to find a reason to believe in himself. He can choose to find a reason to believe in his future. This man is a concentration camp survivor. The first half of the book is telling you about the experiences he's going through in the camp, and then the second half is all of the things, of the theories that he came up with as a result of that experience. Now, that's an extreme experience. If he can find a reason to be happy, I know you can. Now, for me personally, I had the challenge, the heartbreak, the reality of losing my eldest child to SIDS. I lost my daughter Fallon to crib death when she was only 2 months old, and I was all of 20 years old. That alone could have been enough reason for me to be miserable, to hate life, even to hate Creator. But I was able to flip that coin and realize that Fallon was only here for 2 months because her journey was over. She was that close to perfect. And the only reason she came here for 2 months was to teach me to cherish my children. The reality is, when Fallon was here, I was a cocky 20-year-old mom. I took her for granted, fed her, put her to bed, changed her. I wasn't focused. I wasn't cherishing this child. A year later, after I lost Fallon, my daughter Cassandra was born, and Kaz's middle name is Cherish, because that's what Fallon taught me. I realized she wasn't here for her. She was here to teach me, because she knew that Keith and Cassandra needed a mom that cherished them, that was engaged with them, that dedicated herself to them. I am the mom I am, and I have the relationship I enjoy with my adult children because I lost Fallon. She's my angel, and she has guarded over us for my other children's entire lives. That's the side of the coin I choose to look at. So don't tell me you can't flip the coin. Once you decide to, you will find a way to do it. Now, the reality is this video isn't going to be incredibly long. What is most important is the worksheet that comes with it. What the worksheet is going to do is get you to look at different stages of your life and get you to write down what you remember about that life stage. Then you get to decide, you look at each of the things you've written down and decide if that's a negative or a positive puzzle piece for you. If it's a negative, the challenge is to find a way to flip the coin. Now, that might take some doing. It might take some thinking. It might take you going for a walk and pondering it. But I know you can do it. Like I said, it's so important that you learn to flip the coin. When my marriage ended and my ex-partner walked out the door, I was devastated. It felt like I was taken out at my knees. I didn't understand why yet another relationship had to end. The reality is, and honestly, truth be told, I wasn't sure I wanted to go on. I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing this journey, if it was going to be this hard. Everything you know about me, my books, my career as a motivational speaker, my amazing condo, my grown children, my grandchildren, all of that happened after my partner left. That's all the stuff I would have missed if I chose not to keep going. And truth be told, that partner would not have been comfy with me having such a vocal and such a visible career. He was too insecure for that. That wouldn't have worked for him. So everything for a reason. Creator knew that I could help so many people with this career, but not if that barrier was still in my way. So even though I didn't understand it at the time, and I know I've mentioned that before, everything for a reason. Just keep going. Flip the coin. You failed a test. Maybe you failed a course and then realized maybe that's not the course you were meant to be in anyways. Maybe you moved to a town and had a horrible experience there. Maybe that's not where you're supposed to be. Flip the coin, we're going to be looking at your past. So you should be able to find the lesson. What did that teach you? As my mom would say, take the lesson, leave the rest. It just gets too heavy. That's why we call it baggage, right? You can't move forward if you're carrying all this negative stuff. And I'm sorry, honey, you're never going to be happy if you're carrying a whole bunch of negative stuff. No, it shouldn't have happened to you. No, it probably wasn't fair. But you're the one choosing to carry it now. Set it down, flip the coin. Now, I do invite you, please take the time to do that worksheet. It is so vitally important. And honestly, if you're a parent and your children are old enough, teach them how to flip the coin. It is one of the most valuable teachings that I carry with me. And when I start to feel negative about something, by flipping that coin, I ensure I'm not adding to my baggage, I'm adding to my wisdom. And that's, I'm going to encourage you to do every single day of this journey. Now, wasn't that awesome? And by the way, how are you? Yes, you're awesome too. The journey is awesome. The teachings are awesome to whatever extent you choose to apply them. And that's the question now. You could argue. You could say, that's not true. You could say, no, it was so horrible, I'll never get past it. Maybe you need to read the book. You can choose a reason to be happy. You can choose to celebrate you survived. You can choose to celebrate that even though that person tried to destroy you, they weren't able to, because you're stronger than that. The choice, as always, is yours. Now, don't forget, I believe in you. I know you can do this, and even more so, I know you have to, so that you can have that amazing life that I know you deserve. Until next time, I love you, I believe in you, and I pray you believe in you too. Take care. Bye-bye.